Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alexander Amaya Odumangu. Welcome to another experience at the Ngu School. I'm the founder of Ngu Utopia and the NGU School. I'm also the author of the NGU Theory and the book Ngu Utopia, which are both going to be available very soon. Today we're going to um, explore some of the shifts that we're currently experiencing in the world today. So a lot of you guys might be aware or might even feel that the world is quite literally changing rapidly. And this isn't random. This is a cyclical thing. And what is most important about this shift, this evolution, is the fact that we are going to be shifting from vertically um, vertically aligned systems to more horizontal systems, and I'm going to elaborate more about that in as we go forward. What do I mean by vertical systems? So before we even continue, I'll first like to talk about sort of like the origin of these systems that govern our society. And what I mean by systems, I'm talking about religious systems, political systems, governmental systems, educational systems. These are all systems. The original humans of planet Earth, the Africans, understood millions of years ago that fundamentally the same rules that govern the universe governs Earth and governs humanity. They also understood that the planets and their and its revolution and rotation um, and the solstices create a wobble on the planet, which lasts 24,000 years, or it happens every 24,000 years. This is a cyclical pattern. This pattern has manifestations everywhere in the universe. What do I mean by that? I mean that as the planet revolves around the sun and it wobbles, all the movements affects humanity. So the African, um, the original people of the planet, the Africans, understood since the beginning of humanity that these wobbles are split into 12 houses or 12 segments, right? So this is based on ancient African science, right? And in contemporary society, this is known by the Europeans as astrology. Aquarius, Pisces, and these astrological representations were just reinterpretations of the original African understanding of geometry of the universe millions of years ago. They understood that as above, so below. And which is why the 12 phases or the 12 houses are represented as African gods. And this exact same geometric understanding of the universe was understood by every native culture on the planet. This goes from the origin of humanity all the way to the most recent and fallen empire in Africa, the Kemetic Egyptian Empire. They understood the geometry of the universe. They understood what time was. They understood the cyclical nature of the universe. They understood the wobble that the planets experienced before they had telescopes. So, why is this important? Well, it's important because the shift that we're experiencing on planet Earth today is due to the fact that we're switching or we're evolving from a Piscean era, which has lasted over 2,000 years, to an Aquarian era, the age of Aquarius, which will last thousands of years. So, what is the difference between the Piscean era and the Aquarian era? The main difference is embodied in this Shakespearean phrase, to be or not to be. The Piscean era is dominated by vertical systems of power. The Piscean system is dominated by vertical hierarchies with leaders at the top of the pyramid. The Piscean era is dominated by secrecy and control of information, because in a vertical system, all individuals have to pick a system to live by and then follow that system, to be or not to be, to join or not to join. The difference with the Aquarian era, which has been coming into effect for the last 50 years, is that in the Aquarian era, we are transitioning from a vertical systems of value exchange to horizontal systems of value exchange. What do I mean by that? I'm gonna give you guys a nice little image to explain what I mean by that. We're evolving from a vertical systems to horizontal system. We evolve from a vertical system of value distribution to horizontal systems. So what's the difference between vertical systems and horizontal systems? Is that in the Aquarian era is literally embodied by revolution, is embodied by change, is embodied by equality, is embodied by redistribution of value, equality, the collapse of vertical systems. What is a vertical system? Religion is a vertical system, with the leader at the top and the followers blindly following the leader. What is communism? What is capitalism? These are all vertical systems of value exchange. So if we're going to transition from a vertical system to a horizontal system, we're transitioning to a system that is going to create more equality around the planet. It's going to create easier, more efficient value exchange, as opposed to a vertical system like capitalism that requires the capital to be controlled by the people at the top as it trickles down, like trickle down economics, as the people in America say, trickle down economics, to trickle down to the rest of the followers. That's an unfair system, and it's exploitative and it's power focused. 2020 is a very important year. We've been in this transition for quite some time now. And this year marks really sort of like an inflection point where things are really going to take a change. And this is very important to understand, because the things that we do during this transition would affect how this transition occurs. A phrase that fully embodies what it means, what the Aquarian era means, is to be. The Aquarian era is the era where we detach ourselves from external forces. All stimulation is now going to come from within. We're going from to be or not to be, and we're going to be. The Aquarian era is the era of change, the era of revolution, the era of unification. It's the era where we go full circle and restart the system. That is the definition of apocalypse. It's to expose the truth, which is exactly what the Aquarian era represents. The Aquarian era represents exposure of truth, end of darkness, and rebirth of a new era, rebirth of a new system, rebirth of a more universal system, unified intelligence, universal consciousness, new global utopia. Our forefathers understood how the universe worked, and they left clues for us. But we've deviated from that truth. We've followed false gods. And to relearn who we are, to relearn our purpose, to relearn how we can truly maximize ourselves, truly maximize our potential, provide the world with value and not just consume. To truly get to that point, we have to understand what our forefathers knew. So welcome to the age of utopia, the new global utopia, where we focus on maximizing internal value. We focus on circular systems, not vertical systems. Thank you very much. My name is Alexander Kosso Ngu. I'm the founder of New Global Utopia, and welcome to Utopia. Have a good day. Bye.